and welcome to HISD News. I'm Denise Cantu. The HISD Board of Education has a new leader at the helm. At their first board meeting of the new year, trustees voted for District 1 trustee Anna Eastman to take over the reins from outgoing President Michael Lunsford. Trustees serve a one-year term and are elected by their fellow colleagues of the Board of Education.
We have a lot of big things on our plate. We have a wonderful new bond that is going to bring many excellent and schools of the future to our kids, and I look forward to working to help roll that out efficiently.
At their January 17th meeting, trustees also voted to select Juliet Stepech as the board's first vice president, while Rhonda Skiller-Jones was voted in as this year's secretary. HISD continues to deliver on promises made to voters when they approved the 2007 bond referendum. On January 16th, HISD Superintendent Terry Greer joined staff and students at the Billy Reagan K-8 Educational Center to officially dedicate the new school. Also joining in on the celebration was trustee Larry Marshall and the school's namesake, former HISD Superintendent Billy Reagan. Reagan says he is honored to be associated with such a state-of-the-art learning center.
There's a great deal of research now emerging from the standpoint that there's a correlation between the quality of the building and the motivation of the students, the neighborhood, and all of that. A direct correlation. So they deserve the finest facilities that we can provide.
When students have a building of this caliber with so many state-of-the-art technology, state-of-the-art classrooms, and everything that they like to see in a classroom, they are ready for learning. They're excited about learning.
The new Billy Reagan campus can accommodate nearly 900 students and offers a dual language program to all kindergarten students. All HISD schools and offices are closed on Monday, January 21st to commemorate the life of Martin Luther King Jr. Every year, HISD students honor the slain civil rights leader by participating in the MLK Jr oratory competition. Finalists from 12 HISD elementary schools competed on Friday, January 18th at the Antioch Missionary Baptist Church in downtown Houston. This is the 17th year for the competition, which is sponsored by the Gardner Wynn Sewell law firm. The students had to prepare and perform a speech to answer the following question. If you could talk directly to Dr. King about your dream for the future, what would you tell him? And the winner is Curtis Baber from Lockhart Elementary School. Congratulations, Curtis, and stay tuned to the end of this newscast to see his winning speech. In other news, making sure all HISD students have the supplies they need to be successful in school often goes beyond pencils and pens. Take a look. What used to be a classroom is now stocked with racks full of sweaters, shirts, and even some coats. It's the Closet of Hope at Las Americas Middle School, a little shop set up by the principal and the teachers to provide their students and parents a place on campus to shop around for clothing that they need on a daily basis.
A lot of our students come to us with little or no clothing. They may have maybe 2 or 3 pairs of clothes.
It's just something that we felt we needed to do for our students. So that's what we did. We gave them what we could, which was clothes and education.
It all started with donations from the teachers and the principal when they saw the refugee families arriving with little to nothing at all. And there was one particular incident involving a student that prompted everyone to take immediate action.
She took off her shoe and her feet were bleeding. And I took a closer look, and her shoes are like 2 sizes too small for her.
Now the school offers the families a variety of clothing to choose from and even some accessories.
We have earrings and purses and belts and hats and scarves.
All at no cost to the families.
Just like you would do a store, only there is no register.
For the parents, it's a big financial relief, says the principal. And for the students, it's a fun way to pick their next outfit for school.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of cool, clothes and stuff. Yeah.
It was pretty cool. And I was happy because I saw all these clothes.
However, the need is still greater than what they can provide.
And we had students coming to school in bathrobes. And at first I thought, is this a new trend? But what actually happened is they didn't have coats.
So they hope to keep expanding the Closet of Hope to serve more families in need. Anyone interested in donating can call the school at 713-773-5300. Making sure students are reading at or above grade level is a top priority at HISD. And this week, the district had some special help to spread the word about the importance of literacy. Over at McGregor Elementary, World Wrestling Entertainment stars Brodus Clay and Natalia joined students and school staff for story time on campus on January 14th. The visit was part of the Wrestlemania Reading Challenge. This national program encourages students, particularly tweens and teens, to read every day. Those who participate in the program can win prizes, including ringside tickets to Wrestlemania matches. While at the school, the wrestling stars answered questions and read from the book Stand Tall, Molly Lou Mellon.
When they see people on TV, sometimes they get caught up in the other things like shoes and hats and things like that, but everything starts with reading. And anytime you can go back and enforce that, the importance of education is always a great time. And there should always be time for that.
We talked to them about reading and writing and the importance of, treating everybody with respect. So we hit a lot of different, key notes, which was amazing. So the kids were great.
The wrestling stars also gave each child a copy of the book Henry and the Bullet. And they also did a little impromptu dancing for the kids and the teachers. And by the looks of it, everyone had a great time. Time now for the HISD Fast Fact of the Week. Did you know that so far this fiscal year, the HISD Construction and Facility Services Department has responded to more than 50,000 work orders at schools and buildings across the district? Way to keep our buildings in top working order, CFS. That's it for this edition of HISD News. Be sure to stay on top of all the news happening at HISD by following us on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. And don't forget, all schools and district offices will be closed on Monday, January 21st for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. We leave you now with this year's winning speech from the 2013 MLK Oratory Competition. Until next time.
Good morning, Dr. Martin Luther King. My name is Curtis Babers, a 4th grade student in Lockhart Elementary. I have a dream for the future that is too beautiful to keep bottled in my heart. When I look at the present situation, I realize that my dream is possibly the light needed to dispel the dark degradation. You once said that faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase. Your words inspired me to dream beyond what I can see. What I see is too terrible for anyone to witness or experience. My campus is located in the heart of 3rd Ward, Houston. When I'm riding in the car with my mom, who is hearing impaired, the scene is very disappointing. I see children walking by 3 or 4 beer stores on the way to school. My dream is to have a state-mandated law stating that beer stores could not be within a 5-mile radius of a school campus. School children should not have the fear or the temptation of what that type of environment brings. Dr. King, you of all people know the importance of an educated mind. Before the march on Washington or the bus boycotts, you received a terrific education. My dream is that there'll be less young men choosing a life of crime and more young men choosing a major in college. I have a dream that one day there would be less young men in jail cells and more young men running businesses. I would like to tell these young men to stop blaming your circumstances on your parents, your situations, and your background. Your circumstance does not make you. Stop wasting your time in these clubhouses. Pursue a law degree and fight for justice in the courthouses. Dr. King, I also have a dream for these young women. I see more half-clothed women than fully clothed women. Every time I turn on the internet or the television, I see women aspiring to be these so-called vixens. My dream is that our young ladies would not aspire to be in the next rap video or some baller's boot. My dreams that our young ladies would aspire to be women of virtue, treasured wives, and adored mothers. I see more hands holding cigarettes and fewer hands holding diplomas. I see homeless people on the street with no food to eat. I see children suffering from hopelessness and who are in terrible situations. I believe everyone deserves health care and great doctors. I dream that no more of God's children will go hungry or suffer dark, dreary nights, wondering how things will turn out. Dr. King, you once said that I have the audacity to believe people everywhere can have 3 meals a day for their bodies, education, culture for their minds, dignity, equality, and freedom for their spirits. I completely agree wholeheartedly. I have a caring heart for all people. It hurts me to see other human beings living in boxes. But as you put it, now is the time to rise from the dark and desolate valley. My dream is that there will be less young kids sitting on their couches, watch reality television, and more young kids in a good book expand their minds. Dr. King, you may be thinking how a 4th grade African-American boy can have such a heavy burden on his heart. Well, again, I have to quote from one of your speeches. All life is interrelated, tied in a single garment of destiny. I can never be what I ought to be until you are what you ought to be. As long as there are more minorities in jail, as long as there are beer stores and drugs in the perimeter of schools, as long as our young ladies are using their bodies for their advancement, as long as there is a single hungry child, I suffer. I can never reach my full potential because I need my fellow neighbors. Difficult and painful as it is, we must walk on in the days ahead with an audacious fate in the future. This is my dream for our future, Dr. King. I believe it is bright enough to light up our tomorrows. Thank you for letting me share my dream with you.